Can hear me loud and clear. Good, good, good. All right. So this is a wild, wild turn of events here as things are blowing up in California for Gavin Newsom, and it's not looking good. The police chief, the fire chief here, again, this is a whole woke situation happening. And again, you won't believe what's coming out of her mouth here. And we're also going to be talking about Trump, the sentencing that went wrong. And we're going to be talking about a lot more other things. So make sure to smash the like button. But I want you guys to listen to this police chief. I keep saying police chief, fire chief, who is a lesbian woke DEI hire, flipping the script on Gavin Newsom and the government in California. Take a listen to this.
Period.
Did the city of Los Angeles fail you and your department and our city?
It's my job to stand up as a chief and exactly say justifiably what the fire department needs to operate to meet the demands of the community.
Did they fail you?
That is our job. And I tell you, that's why I'm here. So let's get us what we need so our firefighters can do their jobs.
Did they fail you?
Yes.
Chief Kristen Crowley, I believe the anchors wanted to ask.
Oh my God. It's worse than you can imagine. We have the fire chief, Crowley, who apparently is, again, people were going at the whole system created over there as far as the police chief, fire chief, and now she's saying that she has been failed by the government. Again, this gets even worse for Gavin Newsom because you have DEI saying that you're the one failing.
Ask a question.
Yes,
had some comments.
We do, Gigi. If you could please ask her regarding the Times article that came out that the Santa Ynez Reservoir was closed to repairs and it was empty. 117 million gallons of water could have been used in this fight.
The question is about the Santa Ynez Reservoir being empty. There's been a lot of questions about that.
Sure. So my stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply. Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants. Please defer that to DWP or whomever controls that part. But I can tell you the resiliency of our firefighters, if there's no water, they're going to go find water.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gets even worse because she's going on a, this is crazy. So she's going on a tour from news outlets to news outlets. And here she is with Jake Tapper, the fire chief that she's blasting elected officials in California, just doubled down on their failures. She's going after everybody right now. Here she is on CNN.
I want to be very, very clear. Yes, we took a $17 million budget cut. And as we know, any budget cut would negatively impact our ability to carry out our mission. I want to also clarify that I'm not a politician. I'm a public servant. It's my job as the fire chief of the Los Angeles City Fire Department to make sure that our firefighters have exactly what they need to do their jobs. And that's why I'm talking to you today. The Palisades fire, everybody's seen it. It is absolutely one of the most horrific natural disasters in the history of Los Angeles. And even with an additional 100 engines, I tell you, we were not going to catch that fire. But with that being said, let me be clear. The $17 million budget cut and the elimination of our civilian positions like our mechanics did and has and will continue to severely impact our ability to repair our apparatus. So with that, we have over 100 fire apparatus out of service. And having these apparatus in the proper amount of mechanics would have helped. And so it did absolutely negatively impact. I want to also be clear.
Bro, she is going after the elected officials here. She's going after Karen Bass. She's going after Gavin Newsom, going after everybody, all the elected officials. She's going on a tour, on a world tour.
Clear that I have over the last 3 years been clear that the fire department needs help. We can no longer sustain where we are. We do not have enough firefighters. With that, I have also requested multiple budgets, interim budgets, to show how understaffed, under-resourced, and underfunded the LAFD is. So with that, also, we have clear data that shows the LAFD needs more help. We need 62 more fire stations. These reports also show that we've had a 55% increase in overall call volume since 2010. And guess what? We're doing it with less firefighters.
Bro, she's not supposed to be saying any of this, right? Legitimately, this is the whole. Did you guys ever watch this commercial? The DEI commercial that I saw earlier. Oh man, this was crazy. I played this yesterday on a live stream, but I saw it again. And this is what they're wasting their money on. This is the head of the LA Fire Department's newly created DEI, whose salary is $399,000. This is what you're complaining up there about, but you might be a part of the problem. She just said that her response to hold on, let me just play this video. This video is actually disturbing.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough?
Now, I'm not even trying to be funny here, but is this a woman or a man? I really don't know. I'm so confused by this. I'm so confused. And they're all turning on each other. They're all flipping on each other, by the way. Because now you have the fire chief going at Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass and elected officials that we don't have enough money, we don't have enough firefighters. But then on the other hand, this is what the firefighters in California, specifically LA, this is what they're doing.
To do this, or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Again, what the hell? I want you to listen to this last part. This is crazy.
Situation better? Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
What? Only 5% of working firefighters are women. But yet you have a fire chief that is a woman. Again, craziness. You can't make this stuff up. And let's go here real quick. California's falling apart. Specifically the politics. Justin on the radio, stations here in Los Angeles are publicly calling for Mayor Karen Bass to be removed. Listen to this. This is on the radio. It says 640 there. Thank you so much for Bob. Thank you so much for your donation. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. But here is Los Angeles radio.
Urgently call for the immediate recall of Mayor Karen Bass due to her gross mismanagement and failure to effectively respond to the devastating 2020 fires. In the wake of these catastrophic fires, our city has been left in crisis. Water supplies have been severely strained. Billions of taxpayer dollars have been misallocated or left unaccounted for, and countless lives have been lost. Families have been displaced, homes destroyed, livelihoods shattered, yet Mayor Bass has been absent from the front lines, choosing to travel abroad while her constituents suffer. Despite the tireless efforts of our first responders, the city has been woefully unprepared to ensure the safety and well-being of its residents. Basic resources such as water and emergency services have been inadequate, and leadership has been nowhere to be found when it was needed most. We demand the immediate resignation of Mayor Karen Bass due to her failure to lead during this unprecedented crisis. It goes on.
That's the radio in California. Was that Adam Carolla? He's on the radio right now. Like, that's a whole ad. That's insane. Anyways, again, we found out yesterday, a lot of people were saying that these fires had to do with climate change. And again, Gavin Newsom came out and he was coming at Donald Trump saying that you should mind your business on this because you don't even believe that these fires are caused by natural disasters, aka climate change. So then this comes out yesterday. Again, Democrats and their narratives are dying. Take a listen to this.
What we know right now is that the incident started here, and about 30 minutes later, a suspect was detained over in Woodland Hills area by citizens.
So someone purposely set the Kenneth fire?
At this time, that's what we believe, yes.
Do you know how or why they did that?
That I don't know.
Is this a crime scene right now?
Yes.
So everything's
It's being-
closed off.
It's being investigated.
So we found out yesterday that some of these fires are literally caused by people, which is something that I kind of pointed out, and many of you guys pointed out. They said that these fires have nothing to do with, of course, climate change. That they're not natural. They're caused by arsonists, people that want to see things burn down.
Brian, this is a huge and very frustrating development.
Yeah, I mean, totally unexpected, Dan. Was not expecting to get that piece of information in the last couple of minutes. We were sort of wondering why there are so many police out here. Obviously, this is a fire scene, and we've been at fire scenes for the last couple of days, and it didn't really make a lot of sense that more and more LAPD were showing up, and then the crime scene unit also being out here. So we spoke to the lead officer in charge, who you saw there, and he was very open about it. He said that they believe the Kenneth fire, which is the latest fire to start here in LA, now at 900 acres, give or take, they believe that someone did intentionally set it, that this is now officially an arson investigation. He said this whole area behind me, the canyon behind me, they're calling now a crime scene, and that they have a person in custody, detained.
That is not crazy. It's something that's expected. Again, ladies and gentlemen, again, what can I say about that? We kind of already figured. Joe Rogan and Mel Gibson blast California Governor Gavin Newsom for failing to prepare Los Angeles for devastating wildfires to come. Here's Joe Rogan and one of my favorite people, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, we were just talking about the wildfire situation and how crazy it is that they spent $24 billion last year on the homeless.
Yeah.
And what did they spend on preventing these wildfires?
Zero.
Zip.
And in 2019, I think Newsom said, I'm going to take care of the forests and maintain the forests and do all that kind of stuff. He didn't do anything. And then on top of that, they cut the water off. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's all funny. And then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, it's sad. It's like the place is just on fire.
Well, the whole state is just so poorly managed. It's so frustrating and confusing. And then he gets on TV and pretends like everything's great.
Mm-hmm.
And California is the best. We have the best state. We have the most amazing economy. And you're out of your fucking mind, dude. You've ruined this state.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, where did the money go for the homeless? Man, so many questions. Yeah, California is going to be first of all, Gavin is mad because Donald Trump is about to be inaugurated, right? We know Trump is about to be inaugurated, so a lot of things are going to be coming out. You don't have a president that's on your side anymore that can hide. You can't hide behind Trump anymore. Now you've been exposed before Trump even gets into office. So now when Trump gets into office, we're going to be seeing a lot more. But man, the money and the allocation of the money is the biggest problem here, because we still have a huge homeless population in Los Angeles, all over California, by the way, all over the state. Let's keep listening here.
It personally ruined it.
Well, it's the same team that was up in San Francisco, and
Mm-hmm.
they came down to LA, and they're doing what they did in San Francisco. And
Yeah.
San Francisco's kind of like apocalyptic now,
Yeah.
I went there, and it's just like people, homeless. It's a mess.
It's just unbelievable that society can crumble that quickly.
Mm-hmm. It
Really,
doesn't
it's
ta-
unbelievable.
It doesn't take long.
No.
Yeah. I read a book once by Jared Diamond called Collapse.
Mhm.
Have you ever read that book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, right? It says all the things you need for a civilization to cave in and collapse. And a lot of the things are present. All those earmarks, the precursors of a collapse, they're present in our time. So.
Yeah. That's when it gets to scary talk. Yeah, I love Mel Gibson, man. Mel Gibson says there that basically all the signs are there for a collapse. I hope it never happens in our lifetime, but we're watching small glimpses of what it looks like, of what a country collapsing looks like. We've been kind of talking about it for a long time. The DEI situation, I look at it a lot different than what I did when I first heard about it. I don't blame everything on DEI, blah, blah. I don't do all that. But when it comes down to what you're looking at, your eyes are seeing, you're like, whoa. Whoa, this is not good. Another video I want to show you guys that I saw yesterday, but I didn't get to show you, is what happened at the Golden Globes. Now, I don't watch the Golden Globes. I don't watch these award shows anymore. I used to, if I could be an actor in a Christian movie, I would. Angel Studios, I'm here. I love Angel Studios. They produce, godly movies and faithful movies, and they're very entertaining. But when it comes to the Golden Globes, we know that it's hosted in LA, and we know that all these people are godless. Now, there was jokes made about God days before these fires. Don't know if you guys know this. Take a look.
Acceptance speeches have been on fire. Who got shouted out the most? Let's look at the numbers. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. No surprise in this godless town.
This is the view from an airplane from KTLA photographer Paul Sanchez, as he's giving us an aerial perspective to the devastation in the Palisades.
So basically, she makes a joke about God, or God, this being a godless town. I saw that and it gave me the chills, man. I was like, man, I didn't even know she said that. This is the video right here. This video is going extremely viral here on YouTube.
Welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes. You were incredible in Dune. Up for all of your scenes. What a year you've had. Glenn, couch shots, go, oh, that was before. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions.
Mocking God and using his name as a cuss word is nothing new for Hollywood. But less than 48 hours after the Golden Globes blasphemy, Hollywood was on fire.
Tonight, a new fire breaking out late this evening in the Hollywood Hills. Who would have ever thought this? Los Angeles is on fire.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That's great. And there was a guy on, he's been talking about, he's a Christian man, if I'm not mistaken. He's been warning people and telling people to get out of California. His whole movement, like his whole existence, is like telling people to get out of California. Get out of California. Get out of California. Evacuate California. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Somebody said that's not God's work. That's some homeless dude. Do the math then. Do the math. You don't think it's God's work? Cool. But the homeless dude may have been used by some evil forces, not God, for mocking God. It's kind of how it works, right? It could be somebody sparked the fires, but that's all it takes. If you believe in a divine world, then you know how it is. I don't know. Very interesting perspective there. I didn't know that happened literally days before. So God allows things to happen. It's called free will. Absolutely. So that homeless person or the arsonist could 1000% be in. Again, you don't have to be a Christian. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't Christian here. I'm just saying. That's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button. A lot coming out. A lot coming out. The police, I keep saying police, the fire chief, who happens to be a woman who was a lesbian, who a lot of people said was a DEI hire, is now flipping the script on Gavin Newsom and saying that it's his fault, saying that it's Karen Bass's fault, saying that it's the elected officials' fault. You can't make this stuff up. They're literally eating each other up. They're fighting each other. And like, what? And then the commercial was the worst part. That ad is so crazy. It's like I don't know whether that was a woman or a man. I really don't want to be offensive, because of the guidelines that YouTube presents. But man, crazy. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back in a bit for another bigger and better live stream or video, whatever you guys want.